This week, guys, we are reviewing reporting category 2. So yesterday or Monday during our live session, we did an activity to practice some proportionality and slope concepts. And so today we're going to keep moving forward with reporting category 2. So reporting category 2, it's pretty big. We have split it in half. So this week we're covering the first half of reporting category 2, and then next week we'll finish reporting category 2 with the second half. So 8.4 is proportionality. We're looking at similar right triangles. We're looking at how to graph proportional relationships, talking about rate of change and slope and y-intercept. And then 8.5 goes over more proportional situations in tables, graphs, and equations. We look at what makes certain situations proportional or not. We're talking about functions, and y is equal to mx plus b is our slope-intercept form. So 8.4 and 8.5 covers lots of material. So we're going to spend several days reviewing those things. All right, so as we go through this recording, just press pause while you work out the problem, and then you may press play when you are ready to see the answers. So here's number 1. A squirrel can run 36 miles in 3 hours. This table has a constant of proportionality. So what is a squirrel's unit rate? Write an equation for this table and then tell me how long it would take the squirrel to run 100 miles. The answers. If it tells us it has a constant of proportionality, we know it is a proportional relationship, and we know that a proportional relationship has to start, the graph will start at the origin. So here on the table, our x and our y is 0, 0. So to find the constant of proportionality, I'm looking at the information I have. I know that for 3 hours, the squirrel can run 36 miles. So I'm going to use that information to find my constant of proportionality. So 36 divided by 3 is 12. So as an equation, that is written y is equal to 12x. 12 is my slope. So your slope and constant of proportionality are the same thing there. And then you're going to set up a proportion, to solve for the 100 miles. So 100 miles would be over here in the y column. So we're plugging 100 in for y, and then we're solving for x. So we're not setting up a proportion, we're actually setting up our equation and solving. So we divide by 12 on both sides, so x is 8.3 hours. Question number 2, a black bear can run 23 miles in 2 hours. Again, this table has a constant of proportionality. So press pause and work out 2a, 2b, and 2c. Okay, so I'm using this line right here, 22 a row. 2 hours and 23 miles. So 23 miles divided by 2 hours is 11.5 miles per hour. So that is the unit rate. The unit rate is your constant of proportionality there, the slope. So our equation is y is equal to 11.5x. And again, plug 100 in for y and solve the equation. So you would get 8.7 hours, or if you wanted to write that as hours and minutes, 0.7 hours would be about 42 minutes. So 8 hours and 42 minutes for that bear to travel 100 miles. It's a long time. Question number 3. A snail can travel 10 feet in 4 minutes. This table has a constant of proportionality. What is a snail's unit rate? Write the equation and tell me how long it would take the snail to travel a whole mile. Whoa. All right, so 10 divided by 4 tells me the snail's unit rate is 2.5 feet per minute. So the equation is y is equal to 2.5x. Plug that into your equation and solve. For a snail to travel a mile, it would take 2,112 minutes. A long time. Number 4, the fastest turtle can travel 106 feet in 4 minutes. This table has a constant of proportionality. So find the unit rate, write the equation, and tell me how long it would take the turtle to travel 1 mile. All right, so 106 divided by 4 minutes. The turtle's unit rate is 26.5 feet per minute. So y is equal to 26.5x. That should be x right there, not feet. And then plug that into your equation to solve for 1 mile. And it would take the turtle 199.2 minutes to travel 1 mile. Okay, number 5, a Toyota Prius gets great gas mileage. It goes 588 miles on a tank of gas. So tell me the unit rate for the Toyota Prius, write the equation, and how many gallons of gas it would take for the Prius to drive 2,237 miles. All right, so that would be 588 divided by 12. So the unit rate for the Prius is 49 miles per gallon. That equation would be y is equal to 49x. Plug that into your equation and solve for x. So for the Toyota Prius, 2,237 miles, we would need 45.65 gallons of gasoline. Number 6, a regular SUV can go 360 miles on a tank of gas. One tank holds 20 gallons. So what is the unit rate for this SUV? Write the equation and tell me how many gallons of gas it would take the SUV to drive from North Carolina to California. Again, about 2,237 miles. All right, so that would be 360 divided by 20. So 18 miles per gallon is the unit rate. The equation would be y is equal to 18x. Plug that in to solve for 2,237 miles, and you would get 124.28 gallons is how many gallons of gasoline it would take for the SUV to drive from North Carolina to California. Number 7, this equation does not have a constant of proportionality. So I want you to write the equation, and then I want you to fill in the y column on the table and tell me why it is not proportional. Okay, so the equation is y is equal to 4.25x. I changed that 4 1/4 to a decimal, just much easier to work with equations, plus 2. So the table, 0, 2, we know that the 2 here is our y-intercept. If it was 0, 0, we would not have a y-intercept, and that would be a proportional relationship. But we know that this one is not a proportional relationship because it starts at 0, 2 on the graph. Then you can plug in 1 for x to solve for your y values here. And so it is not proportional because it does not go through the origin. Number 8, another one just like number 7. So go ahead and write the equation, fill in the y column on the table, and tell me why it is not proportional. So your equation is y is equal to 2.5x plus 3. So the 3 is our y-intercept, so 0, 3. And then you can plug in 1 for y, 2 for y, 3 for y, 10 for y, and 25 for y to find your for x to find your y values. It is not proportional because it does not go through the origin. All right, number 9. This graph does have a constant of proportionality. So I want you to write the equation. What are two or more points on this line? And then I want you to explain why it does have a constant of proportionality. Okay, so from the graph, I know that I don't have a plus b because it tells us it has a constant of proportionality. It also goes through the origin. Okay, so 2, 3 is 1 point here on the graph. And then 8, 12. Those are kind of hard to see there, isn't it? Let's see. This is really, yes, 2, 3. Let's just use here 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's use, that one doesn't look right. Let's use 4 and 6 here. Okay, and you may have used different points, and that is totally fine. So your slope, remember, is rise over run. So my rise is 3 and my run is 2. So 3 over 2 is my slope. 3 over 2 is an improper fraction. So if I write that as a decimal, that is 1.5. So that's where I got my m, or my y is equal to mx plus b equation form. Okay, it is a constant of proportionality because it has a constant rate. That means it's a straight line. It also goes through the origin. So if it starts here at the origin or goes through the origin, it is a proportional relationship. And last one for today, just like the one before, write the equation, tell me 2 points on the line, and then explain why it has a constant of proportionality. All right, so y is equal to 2x. My rise here is 2, my run is 1. That's how I found my slope. Lots of different answers you could put here for your points on the line. I said 2, 4, 3, 6. You could do 4, 8, whatever you would like to do there. So the answers will vary. And it is a constant of proportionality, again, because it has a constant rate and goes through the origin. All right, guys, again, we reviewed a lot with this recording and what we're reviewing this week for our reporting category 2 review. So your assignment for this week, you only have one assignment that's going to go in the gradebook this week, and that is in USA Test Prep. So 13.02a is in USA Test Prep. Please send me an email or reach out if you have any questions or concerns. Bye, guys.